So this is exercise 10D, question 3E for Victor. Now, I can see why you were getting confused here, Victor. This is a really tricky question. I think the best way to try and explain it to start with is to not use the quadrant diagram, the cast diagram, but just to go back to first principles and consider the curve. Okay, so this is our normal cos curve. Okay, starting off at 0, 1, something happening every 90 degrees. Now, if we were doing cos 40, a normal cos 40, 40 would be here, we would be getting a positive answer. Okay, now think of this in terms of when we do transformations of graph. This minus is outside the function. It affects the y values. It changes the y value. So we're going to be getting values which are, rather than being plus x, we're going to be getting minus x. Now, just by the symmetry, where are we going to be getting minus x as a result? Well, from the peak, we're going 40 degrees across, this bit in orange. So from the symmetry, the peak is at 180. So going 40 degrees back, we get 140. Going 40 degrees forward, we get 220. So that's how we get our answers of 140 and 220, really from first principles. Now, the quicker way, and this is where I think you were getting a bit confused, is to just do what Paddy suggested, which is to say theta equals inverse cos minus cos 40, and that does indeed give us 140 degrees. Now, this is where I think you were getting confused. You've gone and said, because I know cos is positive. Well, it's not positive. If you go and put into your calculator minus cos 40, the right-hand side bit, you're getting a negative result. You're getting minus 0.766 and so on. Okay, so this is where cos is negative for E. I mean, it's normally a lot easier to see, isn't it? Like 3A, we'd say where sin is negative. For B, we'd say where tan is positive. For C, we say where cos is positive. For F, we'd say where tan is negative. Obviously, for questions D and E, you actually need to work out what sin 15 is, positive, or minus cos 40 negative, to know what you're dealing with. So I think that's really where your misconception's coming. All right, cos is negative. So we can then just go and use our cast diagram as per normal. Okay, our principal value is 140 degrees, which is over here. And in this second quadrant, cos is indeed negative. Where else is cos negative? It's in the third quadrant. So we pop in our line here. That's 40 degrees below the line. Okay, so that's 180 plus 40, which is 220 degrees. So I hope that helps, Victor.